This video is presented by Western and Southern Financial Group, a game plan for your financial future. Every great team starts with a strong foundation, and your future should too. With life insurance built like a championship roster, Western and Southern helps protect what matters most so you can focus on winning today while planning for tomorrow. Whether you're just starting out your journey, building your dynasty, or ready to retire like a champion, Western and Southern has the right play for your life stage. Visit westernsouthern.com to get your free life insurance quote today. Western and Southern, built to win. Packers and the Broncos, another afternoon game that we have here, a really good one, obviously. These are two teams who are these the top two seeds?
No, I think the Packers are number 2 in the end. I think they're behind the Rams because of the tie.
Okay, yeah, you're right. The Rams are the top seed here, but close, almost. The number 1 seeds in the AFC and the NFC facing off here. Packers obviously very close to that one. Are you talking about the Packers here for this preview or the Broncos?
Oh, are you saying a Super Bowl preview? Is that what you're trying to get at, Trevor?
I'm saying that,
30, almost
right
30
there.
Years later, we get a rematch.
Possible predictions.
Last time it was John Elway and Brett Favre, and now we're going to get Jordan Love and Bo Nix. Is that what we're getting now? Wow.
As everyone predicted. Yes.
Well, of course. All right, Trev, we're just going to start. We got to start labeling things around here. We're just going to have to call this the Christian Watson effect here, because when you look at basically what Christian Watson is doing now, is what the Packers were. It's everything the Packers were hoping Matthew Golden would do when they took him in the first round, right? But now all they've done drafting Matthew Golden is clearly piss off Christian Watson into playing the best football of his freaking life. So you look at what the effect of having that size and speed threat down the field has done for Jordan Love. When Christian Watson has been on the field this season, Jordan Love has a 93.1 passing grade, Trevor, with a 10.4 yard average depth of target, attacking downfield, whether that's to Watson or he is taking safeties off the top of the defense and allowing Love to get into those intermediate throws that he's been making all year. When Christian Watson is off the field this season, little more normal, 76.6 passing grade and 8.1 yard average depth of target. This is very simple. When the Packers have this type of vertical threat consistently working in their offense and they can control safeties. I've talked about it since I don't even know how, since they drafted Matthew Golden back in April. I've been talking about this. This Packer team with a legitimate deep threat is a major problem because they can attack all 3 levels of a defense. It's what they were missing last year with Watson hurt. Now they have it with him playing his best football. And when Christian Watson's been on the field, Jordan Love has been basically unstoppable throwing the football.
Just to give more context to that, because to be honest with you, I know I have the Broncos side of things and we're supposed to talk about both sides of the ball. RJ Harvey had a really good game last week, 85.6 rushing grade. He had 50 yards after contact. They have to continue that. They can't be one-dimensional. They can't put the ball in Bo Nix's hands too much. Not that he can't reward you, but you don't want him to have a huge plate in a game just because we know that he has been volatile throughout the season. Again, not that he can't do it, but you want this offense to stay balanced. So they have to continue to run the ball really well. We've talked about over the last couple of weeks. That's the not the interesting side of the ball for the game for me. You talked about the Christian Watson effect and all that. It's the Broncos defense versus Jordan Love. That is the side of the ball that I am most looking forward to watching here in this game, specifically because I talked about how good Jordan Love has been throwing over the middle of the field between the numbers last week, and it just feels like when he is firing on all cylinders, that is really what he wants to do. The Broncos defense specifically, 6th in the NFL in coverage grade between the numbers, and 8th most interceptions this season have come between the numbers as well. So I think that's the side of the ball that I'm super looking forward to in this one. The Broncos offense, I want to see how balanced they're able to remain, especially with a guy like Micah Parsons on the other side who might put a ton of pressure on Bo Nix. So that offensive line versus the defensive line, that's a really good matchup. How well the Packers corners are playing versus what the Denver Broncos wide receivers are going to do. Obviously, I think that the Broncos have to run the ball a lot better. But to be honest with you, what I'm looking forward to most in this game is Jordan Love versus this Denver Broncos defense, because this will be the stronger takeaway, I think, of either side of the ball for what I'm going to think about these teams moving forward and their Super Bowl potential. If Jordan Love can either continue to attack over the middle of the field or maybe even better, realize that Denver has that part of the field covered really well, and what is he like outside of the numbers? Does he remain explosive, efficient, all that stuff. Like that's going to be my big takeaway in this game. I'll take the Broncos 27-21. I think this is me having a lot of faith in what the Broncos do on the defensive side of the ball, but I also, cheated a little bit here. I saw that you picked the Packers, and I got to catch you in the win-loss column when it comes to picking these games. So with this one being a really good one between two good teams, you were going to take one side, and I was comfortable taking the other.
I think a true 50-50 game here, and I think a couple more things this comes down to. One, both quarterbacks, how are they going to play under pressure? These are two of the best pass rushers in the NFL. The Packers are 5th in pass rush grade, and we know Micah Parsons is all over the line of scrimmage on any obvious passing situation. Denver leads the league in sacks by a mile. Which quarterback is going to play better under pressure? Which one? And which offensive line on the other side of that do you have more faith in? It is Denver that has the decided advantage on the offensive line. Green Bay's has been more average in pass protection this year, but they make up for that by Jordan Love being the better quarterback under pressure. The other factor is now, we saw the test run of it last week against the Raiders with RJ Harvey and this run game. The Broncos have to run the football in this game to be successful, because I think when you look at Micah Parsons and this Packers pass defense, you cannot let them just tee off when you're in 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9 constantly. They have to win early downs with this offensive line. I think the Broncos would be wise to play some ball control and slow it down if they're going to win. I'm going to take Green Bay. I just think Jordan Love is on this absolute heater right now, and he's going to be able to handle that pressure. Give me the Packers 28-23. And one more update on a different earlier game, Trevor. It sounds like in that Raider game, Geno Smith is not going to play. It's going to be Kenny Pickett revenge game, I guess, for the Raiders against the Philadelphia Eagles. Doesn't really change my my attitude or any outcome of that game, but you're going to get Kenny Pickett instead of Geno Smith.
Okay. All right. So we've got Kenny Pickett in that game. Again, it doesn't, I'm with you. It doesn't really change how we talked about the game or who we were picking in that game. But, man, if the Packers win this game against the Broncos and if Jordan Love looks good, ooh, baby, the talk of the Packers winning the Super Bowl, it's going to be loud next week. So we will see. I think this game will go a long way towards people's expectations of what we're going to see from this Packers team in the playoffs.